This is episode 66 of the What's Not Sports podcast. This is a pulse check. We are here for the Aussies preview. Now, the Australian titles that they are just around the corner. As I'm filming this on a Wednesday night, it's a week away. It's getting close, it's creeping up. It's very, very exciting. I'm very keen for it. I'm excited to race. I'm excited to watch racing. I'm excited to be down there. There's meant to be a little bit of swell at least at the start of the week. At least we get something for swell. Welcome to North Kira. Welcome to the Aussies 2026. On today's episode, I'm going to run through my winners' predictions for the individual events for the Open Women's and Men's, and then my winners for the Open team events for men's and women's. I won't be doing like board rescue or rescue tube rescue or belt race. I'm just going to keep it knuckled down with board relay, ski relay, surf teams, mixed taplin and taplin. I was writing down trying to think of who I'm going to pick to win for some of these events, and I was struggling, and I don't have picks yet for some of them, and it's just going to come to me. That's all honesty. That it's just going to come to me in the pod, and I'm going to back someone or back a team, and but let's kick it off like Aussies 2026. I don't know about the girls program, but the blokes program full on for if you're a man of all trades on Wednesday. In the under-19s and Opens arena, iron heats, surf race heats and semis, board races, heats, quarters, semis, and then ski relays, a huge day. And the ski relay is one of the most heated events in the men's arena. To be honest, they all are heated in the men's arena. Being there and seeing the biff, I love it. So let's kick off with team events. Sorry, I blabbered on a little bit there. We're going to start off with the surf teams, because the surf teams are good, but they're not a relay. They're a team event, but they're not a relay. I don't mind surf teams, but they're not my favourite team event. I hate to say it. But let's kick it off with the surf teams for the Opens. There's a lot of chatter. Let's start with the Open boys. The Open men's, there's a lot of chatter that Wanda is going to be the team that'll take out the dub for the male surf teams, with Northcliffe that had a stranglehold on it for forever. And look, I would love to see someone new, a new team, get the win in the surf teams and the men's. But I just hate to say it. It looks like Nick Sloman's back. He's entered. There was, like, we thought, I heard that he broke his arm at States, but at the moment he is entered in for the surf race. So with him in there, Bailey Armstrong, you're then probably looking at Zach Morris, Joe Collins. That's who I would assume your surf teams is for Northcliffe. It's a very strong team, very experienced team. Very hard to go past them, so I'm going to back the Northcliffe men's. And I actually think they're going to do the double, and the women's are going to take that out. It's going to be a very strong surf teams. They probably should have won it at States, but there was a miscalculation at the Cairns. We know what happened there. Team was DQ'd, but I think the Northcliffe girls bounce back and take the win there. That team will be Gemma Smith-Welsh, Lana Rogers, Naomi Scott, and Molly Shivnan, I believe. That was the team at States. Very strong team, and they're all top 10 swimmers in surf races. Notable rivals with Lani Pallister entered for Aussies. She could be doing the surf teams with the Alex girls. We know Emma Woods can swim well. They could honestly put out a good team Obviously, the Burleigh girls won it at Queensland State titles. The Newport girls, there's just some really strong and it's depth to that team there. But I think the Northcliffe girls are just too strong not to win that one. Let's jump into the board relays now. Now, the men's board relay is honestly one of my favourite events to watch. I have watched it the last 3 seasons. It's been awesome to watch. I watched the Burleigh boys win it at Perth. I watched them win it at Maroochydore. Now we go. Last season, they didn't get it done. The Northcliffe boys got it done at North Kira last year. Stopped the boys from getting the triple, the 3 times in a row. They will want to fight for that. And look, there is a lot of good teams. Obviously, the Northcliffe teams, there could be 4 Northcliffe teams in the final. Same with Burleigh, there could be 4 Burleigh teams in the final. Newport, there could be quite a few. There could be 2 or 3 in the final. It's a very, very stacked event and a very stacked team. A relay for a lot of clubs. Even Mermaid could have a very red-hot crack at that with Cruz McKee, Connor, their third paddle. Well, it could be Noah, it could be Kingston Lowe. There is quite a few teams that I'm just now realising that could have a really red-hot chance. Even Maroochydore could have a good shot at that one. There's layers to this, and it's a tough one, but I think the Burleigh boys are going to get back on top. They were dominant for so long in that board relay. Like, you've got too many good board paddlers in Burleigh. Odin Parrish, Corey Fletcher, Kai Taylor, Tex Dixon. The list goes on and on and on. Sean Riley, the huge one that I nearly forgot about. Like, those boys are absolute incredible board paddlers. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if there was 2 Burleigh teams on the podium, but I'd say that about Northcliffe and all of that. But I'm going to back the Burleigh boys to get the win in the Open Men's Board Relay. For the Open Women's, going down south, I'm going to Newport. Lizzie Wellborn, AK-47 and Piper Harrison. That's probably what I'm looking at for that relay, I would assume. We know how good Lizzie is, and I think board relays are on Thursday or Friday. The swell starts to drop a little bit. Lizzie is incredible on flat water. We had Charlie Verco on the pod a few weeks ago, and he said that it is insane how good she is in flat water, and probably can put him to the sword, which is just insane to hear. So if it's flat and Lizzie obviously has a board speed, I think that puts Newport in an incredible spot. But yeah, I think the Newport girls get the win there. But in saying that, Northcliffe is going to be stacked. Like, heaps of depth there. Same with the Burleigh girls. Like, it's the usual culprits. They have so much depth. Even the Alex girls, like, so much depth to it. You want to pick everyone, but you can't. It's just, I think the Newport girls will get the win there. Now, let's go to the ski relay. I've got my men's tip, because it's pretty hard to beat a team that has 2 Olympians in it, being the ski relay of Northcliffe, Riley Fitz, Tom Green, and then you got Jakey Morris, who's one of the most informed ski paddlers at the moment. Watch out for the Noosa boys, though. You never know. There's big swell. There's pretty good swell on Wednesday, apparently. 3 foot is what we're expecting. I hope bigger. It'll be good fun. The women's. Oh, I'm still throwing up on this, as in, I don't know who's going to win. You've got a team of Northcliffe which will probably be along the lines of Yulia, how do I pronounce the name? Yulia Padroot, Emily Doyle, Claudia Kelly, probably those three. Maybe Naomi Scott subs out for one of them. You then go the Newport girls, a team of, well, it could have so much depth. Like, you could go Gemma Smith, Piper Harrison, Jasmine Locke, or have Olivia Clues in that, or have Annalise Kibble in that. So versatile. They're so good at just everything, those girls. It's a very tricky team. And then you go Burley, you got along the lines of Carla Papak, you've got Janaea Massey, Lily Oakenpaddle ski well. There's so many options. Like, another Northcliffe team could do it. The Alex girls could do it. It's the same culprits every time because they're just so good at everything. And the girls, there's no team that you're going, these girls can 100% win it. Or, well, you're pretty set on, like, I hate to say it, but like the Northcliffe boys, it's so hard to beat that team of Riley Fitz, Tom Green and Jake Morris. Very, very hard to beat that team. The girls, it's a bit more open. I think I'm going to have to go with the Newport girls again. I think they take out the board and ski relay. That's what I reckon we've got there. Oh, jeez. That was a tough one. Who knew the ski relay would be the tough one to pick? Well, maybe not. Let's go to the Taplins. Let's start off with the mixed Taplin. 3 girls, 3 guys. I'm going to put it plain and simple out there. Noosa wins it. Well, I would love to see that. Love to be a part of that team. Not quite there yet. I don't know. But the mixed Taplin, it's going to... your usual culprits. But, see, the thing is, I think this depends a lot on the order. Say if it's swim first, and a lot of the boys line up first, because you can pick your own order in a Surf Life Saving Queensland or Australia event for the mixed Taplin, unlike World Ocean Series, where it's got to be a set order of girl, boy, or boy, girl. You can go any order. You go girl swimmer or boy swimmer to kick off or whatever. Alex take this Taplin out. And it's a simple reason because I hear Lani Pallister is lining up to go to Aussies. Plain and simple. You put Lani Pallister against all the blokes, and Lani Pallister probably swims past all of them. I hate to say it for the blokes, but Lani Pallister is the weapon that Alex hold. Their prized weapon, I will say. It is their piece of the... how do I even say that? Piece of resistance. I think that's how you say it. I think that's the same. Lani Pallister is their weapon. It isn't a secret. And it's going to be the reason why they win the mixed Taplin. Very, very strong team now. And yeah, that's all I got to say. Plain and simple. Now, we get a bit more trickier here with the men's and women's Taplin. The men's Taplin being a 6-person Taplin, and the women's Taplin just being a standard 3-person Taplin. So many options to pick. Do you go Newport? Do you go Burley? Do you go Alex? Do you go Northcliffe? With Lani Pallister in, if she's swimming for those Taplins, that is... It's just really hard to not look at that and go, Lani Pallister is such a weapon for the Alex team. Any team race that she's in, you're almost going, she's going to win that. Like, the Alex girls are going to win that because Lani's in it. But then you got the likes of the Burley girls. You've got the likes of the Newport girls, the YT and GGGGGs. obviously Northcliffe being such a powerhouse, it's a very tricky one, and there's going to be a lot of depth to it. I think we see 3 teams from Northcliffe, 3 teams from not Alex, 3 teams from Northcliffe, 3 teams from Burleigh, 3 teams from Newport, all in the final, which is just insane to say. And then Alex in there as well with quite a lot of depth. They're just Taplin Town, and they're Taplin Town for a reason. I think the Alex girls, I'm going to pick the Alex girls here. I haven't even written it down. The Alex girls are going to get the win here, and it's going to be because Lani Pallister does Lani Pallister things. The men's Taplin is a bit of a different one. Different kettle of a fish. It was Northcliffe last year. It was Burleigh the year before. Was it Northcliffe again at Perth? And then Alex the year before at North Kirra, and the year before that North Bondi took the win at Maroochydore. Love me a mixed Taplin. Not a mixed Taplin. I love me a 6-person Taplin. It is the last event of the day, and it's awesome. It's awesome to be a part of if you're in that. It's just awesome atmosphere. The Northcliffe boys finished first and second at States in pretty flat conditions. Alex finished third. It's just... I think we see Newport get up. I think we see the first time since 2021. I'm actually going to fact check myself here. I think it's the first time since 2021 that we will see a New South Wales team win the 6-man Taplin. That's what I believe. That is what I'm going to believe. Let's find the results. I'm just going back here. Yeah, Northcliffe won at Perth. So 2021 was North Bondi. 2022 was Alex. 2023 at Perth was Northcliffe. 2024 was Burleigh. And 2025 was Northcliffe again. We know how that finish happened. A little bit controversial. Newport, they are a very, very strong team. I'm going to tip them. It goes against the fibres of my body because I am a Queenslander and I'm picking a lot of New South Wales teams. But no, I don't want to. I'm taking it back. I'm not going to pick Newport. I'm not. I don't want to pick Northcliffe though. It's just tricky because I'm trying to think of who the swimmers will be for Newport, especially with Connor gone. Like, I know they've got depth in ski and board paddlers, and they obviously would have depth in swimmers, but I just can't think. The fact that I've got no one coming to the top of my head. I know there's a lot of talk about Wanda being a huge one. That'll be very interesting to see them. Northcliffe, obviously, just a powerhouse. It'll probably be Riley Fitz, Jake Morris paddling on the skis, probably Zachy Morris and Bevy on the board, swimmers Nick Sloman, Bailey Armstrong. That's what I'm going to assume. Burleigh, got a million different options for him. I like Ethan. He's probably a swimmer for him. Oh. But then there's Surfers Paradise. Surfers could have an absolute blinder, and it just is a miracle for Ali Day. I don't think he's ever won an open taplin, a 6-man taplin. I don't think Ali's. I don't know that for sure. Don't fact check me, but I don't think Ali has won a 6-person, like a 6-man taplin. They just won the mixed taplin at the World Ocean Series at the Shannon Eckstein Classic. That's awesome. I'm going. You got Sammy Roy on the ski. You probably. Who else is on the ski for him? I don't know. Board paddler. You got Darby Meyer. Swimmer's probably looking at Finn Askew. Ali could probably another swimmer. In all honesty, I just don't know the depth that they've got at surfers at the moment. But we're talking about like Ali Day doing epic finishes and how the dream keeps going. If he wins that, that is insane. I just thought of that. But you know what? The 6-man taplin's coming back to the coast. Alex heads. They're going to get the win. You got JMO and Jet on the ski. You got Cooper and Henry swimming. Braden and I'm assuming Campbell Guthrie on the boards. Pretty solid team. If there's a bit of swell up, just anything can happen. But I just got to back someone close to home, you know. Wow. That was a debate with myself. Sorry for the listeners that are hearing me process everything out loud. Right. Let's jump into the individual events. We're going to go swim, board, ski, iron. For our surf races, our swim races, for the girls, Lani Pallister. It's simple like that. You just can't not pick her. She's in it to win it, and when she's in it, she wins it. Simple as that. You got to be in it to win it, and when Lani's in it, she wins it. The men's side, Nick Sloman gets the job done. If Nick Sloman isn't there because of this broken arm, which I don't know is true, I could just be lying, I could be spreading rumours, that's just what I heard. But if there's no Nick Sloman, opens up the door for Dan Collins, Henry Simpson even. We know Cooper Williams won it back in 2024 at Maroochydore. Honestly, if Ali has an incredible swim, he could probably win the surf race. He got 3rd last year. Connor Maggs could be there. Ethan Callahan, if he really wants to. He's been doing freaky stuff like that. It's just endless. But I checked the starting list. Nick Sloman's on it. He's got the tick. I'm going to tip him, Nick Sloman. For the ski, let's go board races, actually. Board races, Newport double rider, Lizzie Wellborn and Charlie Verco. If you guys haven't been tuning into what Charlie Verco has been doing for the rest of the season, he is very heavily board focused for states and Aussies. He's won the New South Wales state titles. He's going to try and win the Aussie board titles, and I hope he does. As a friend of the pod, and Charlie, we know how badly you want to win this, and I hope you do. I'm backing you on this, and good luck to you. And you're my tip. You're going to win the Open Men's board title at Aussies this year. Lizzie Wellborn, she's going to take out the women's. You heard my reasoning for the board relay, why I'm picking the women's. Lizzie's going to be so good. She's going to get it done and get that open board title for herself, which will be absolutely awesome. Ski races. Now, this is actually very tricky to pick, especially in the men's. The fact that there's quite a few Olympians and talented paddlers, possibly the most depth field. Same with the women's, possibly the most in-depth field that there is. Let's go with the women's first. I don't know if I picked the right person here, but I'm going to go with Gemma Smith. I don't know. I don't think we've seen too much of her this season. She could be well rested for Aussies. We know how good of a paddler is, and I just think it's not going to be a kayaker that wins. Jasmine Lock won it last year. I know Natalia Drobot will be great. There's just so many picks, but I'm just going to stick with my guns and go Gemma Smith is going to take the win there for Newport. And in the men's, Riley Fitz gets it done. He puts a spoil on Jacko Collins' stranglehold over North Kira. He's won it the last few times at North Kira. Won it at 2022 Aussies, won it 2025. Last time Riley Fitz won was 2023 at Perth. And spoiled Jacko's 3 in a row. And they didn't know Olympians were in 2024. That's when Carbs won it in 2025. Jacko won it again. Jacko's a beast. But let's give it to Riley Fitz. Big tips there. Now, the Ironman and Ironwoman race. Let's run through the Iron. I'm predictable with my tips for this. Ali Day and Lana Rogers, like stock standard tips for me. Both very good friends of the pod. Love them. Work ethic, insane. And the pointy end of the season, they're so good. Let's just start with Lana. We talked about it. Definitely didn't have the season she wanted. Definitely would have been disappointed with how things worked out with the Iron Series and the cooling out of gold, but that's that. That's in the past. She left that behind her and she went and won the World Ocean Series, got herself another car. She has that mentality that she'll go win Aussies now as well. She just went, Iron Series is gone. Let's go focus and win the World Ocean Series, and then let's go win Aussies. She won't be racing with much pressure, but she will get the dub there. Ali Day, let's have the perfect story, the perfect finish for him. The man, the myth, the legend. He wins this. Everyone's got to consider him the GOAT then. I don't care if you think it's Trev or if you think it's Shannon. It's Ali. And we know that, and then everyone will know that after he wins this weekend. It's just too perfect for him not. And the fact that I don't think he cares if he wins or loses, he just actually genuinely wants to go out and have fun and race, is more reason why he's going to win. And that's the truth. And that's that. That is my tips for the 2026 Australian titles for the Open events. Maybe I'll try and pump out some content while I'm down there. Racing, we'll see. No promises, but there won't be a pod episode next week, unfortunately. I don't think, because I'll be down racing at Aussie. So NRL fans missing out on the pod there. I do apologise in advance. I'm giving you plenty of warning. But yeah, after that we'll be back in the full swing of things. Off season will be here, so I'll have a lot more time to jazz up the studio, because it's not very jazzed up. It's very bland with my black wall of foam. It's a cool setup, but I need to get the good pod mics working again instead of just using the wireless ones. I've got the utilities, the resources are coming. It's going to spice up over, and you're going to see that progress, and maybe I'll promote it. So, yeah. Well, that's What's Not Sports. We will do a recap of Aussies and NRL when we're back after that on the Easter week. Maybe if I'm not having too much fun of being off season. But that's all I've got for this. If you're racing at the Aussies, good luck. Come chat to me if you want. Who knows, maybe some content coming down there. I'm just really excited for racing. I know everyone is. It's the pointy end of the season. Let's have fun. Let's have fun Sunday night after the racing. Let's have fun on Mad Monday. And that, I'm sure, a lot of clubbies can agree with. So if that's not What's Not Sports, this is episode 66, and episode 67 is coming up next.